Namaste, dear learners. I am Basavaraj Bedgi, Assistant Professor of English, Government Postgrad College, Yeragatli. Today, I am here in front of you people to talk about a short story called A Day's Wait, which is prescribed for BA first semester, Basic English, Rani Channamma University, Belagavi. The title of the story, A Day's Wait. The story is written by one of the American writers called Ernest Hemingway, who was also a novelist, a short story writer, and non-fiction writer. Ernest Hemingway wrote novels like The Sun Also Rises, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and another very important novel which was written by Ernest Hemingway is The Old Man and the Sea. Ernest Hemingway got Nobel Prize and Pulitzer Prize for his contribution to the field of literature. He got Pulitzer Prize in the year 1953 and he got the Nobel Prize for his contribution to the field of literature in the year 1954. The present story, A Day's Wait, is taken from a short story collection called Winner Takes Nothing. The present story is taken from a collection of stories which is called as The Winner Takes Nothing. In this story, there are two people, there are two characters in the story. One is the father and another one is the son. And one more minor character appears in the story, that is the character of doctor. The story is about the mental thought process of the boy who is ill and who thinks that he is not going to survive his illness. Though the father knows that it is not that kind of disease which will kill the boy, he is not able to convince the boy that he will survive the disease. Even though the doctor suggests that the disease from which the boy is suffering is not that dangerous, the boy doesn't believe both the doctor and his father. And when I was reading this story, I suddenly got to remember another story which also deals with the same theme. The title of the story is The Last Leap. Such things happen in both the stories. There is a girl, there is a woman in The Last Leap. Here is a boy in A Day's Wait. Both of them are suffering from minor diseases, but their mindset is that they think that they are going to die in a short while. And we can call this short story as a psychological story because the story deals with the psychological thought process of the boy and the psychological thought process of the father, who is trying hard to convince the boy that he is going to recover from the disease. Now, coming to the story, as I told you people, there are two important characters in the story. One is the father, another one is the son. Just remember these two people. One day, early in the morning, when father is on bed, the father hasn't got up from his bed yet, He is lying on the bed, even though he was awoken. He finds that the boy is walking very slowly. The boy goes to close the windows, and when the father looks at the boy, he feels that something is happening with the boy. And the father asks the boy, "What is the matter?" And the boy replies, "I had a small headache." This is the reply of the boy. And suddenly father asks the boy to go back to bed. But the boy says, "No, I am all right. There is no big problem with me. I am all right," the boy says. But the father tries to convince the boy that he should take rest. But the boy is very adamant. He is not ready to sleep again. And he says, "No, I am all right. There is no problem with me. You be cool," the boy says to the father. And after some time, the boy comes downstairs, and he got dressed up, and he is sitting in front of fire pot. I hope you all know that there are fire pots in America, England, because they are very cold countries, and all the people maintain fire pots in their home. This boy is sitting in front of that fire pot, and the boy is called as Scards by his father. Scards means darling. He calls his boy as darling, and when he looks at the boy, he feels that the boy is not feeling well, and he calls upon the doctor. The doctor comes, and he checks the boy, and he comes to know that the boy is suffering from fever, and the fever was running 102 degree Celsius. And the doctor speaks with the father, tells him that the boy is suffering from 102 degrees Celsius fever, and the boy overhears the conversation between the father and the doctor. And the doctor gives three kinds of medicines, one for the flu, another one for the headache, and another one for his what we call immunity booster tablets. These three kinds of tablets are given by the doctor, and the doctor asks the father to take care of the boy. After the doctor leaves home, father goes into the room of the boy and finds that the boy is sleeping on the bed, looking at the roof very constantly, straightly. And the boy asks the father, "What doctor said, father?" The father replies, "The doctor said that it is a common flu and you will be recovered in a short while," the father tells the boy. But the boy is not convinced, and he looks pale, and he has lost all spirit in his life. He is feeling rather very tired and very pale. And suddenly father thinks that the boy has lost his spirits, and that's why father asks, "Can I read something for you?" Father asks the boy, but the boy says, "Yes, if you wish, you can read." The boy replies to the father, and father takes a book called Pirates by a writer called Pyle. And when the father is reading the book, the boy doesn't seems interested in his father's reading. and he is not giving attention to his father's reading, and father thinks that this boy is thinking something different, and suddenly boy asks the father to leave the room. Father asks, why I have to leave the room? The father asks the boy. The boy says, if you are bothering about me, please leave the room. And the father says, no, it is not bothering me. But the boy insists on father to leave the room. And father thinks that he might want to sleep. That is the reason why he might be asking me to the room. The father thinks and decides to leave the room. After leaving the room, the boy is alone in the room. He is looking at the roof. He is not thinking about anything else. He is just thinking about the flu which he got. He is just thinking about the disease which he is suffering from. And after some time, the father goes for hunting. He goes to a forest. He takes some three dogs with him. He takes a gun, and it was very cold outside, and all the land of that place was covered with snow, and it was very slippery. The forest was covered with full of fog. Father goes to the forest, and he describes the beauty of nature there. Even though the world is so beautiful, the boy is not ready to enjoy the beautiful things which are there outside the world. He is just thinking about himself and the room in which he is. And after some time, after hunting some two, three animals, the father comes back home and learns that the boy did not let anybody into his room. The boy did not let anybody into his room until his father comes back from the hunting. Realizing this, the father goes into the room and gives some capsules to the boy, which were given by the doctor. And when he was about to take that tablet, the boy asks his father, will it help? Is the question of the boy. And the father says, hope so. It will help you. It will help you to relieve from your fever, the father says. But the boy is not ready to accept his father's answer, because he has different questions in his mind, and we will come to know what kind of questions he had in his mind at a later stage of the story. When the father gives capsules to the boy, he brings a cup of water and he gives that capsule to the boy, and he takes that capsule and drinks water. But suddenly the boy asks his father. This is a startling question to the father. This is a very strange question asked by the boy to his father. The boy asks his father, when I am going to die, my dear father, is the question of the boy. Father is startled. He is very flabbergasted and answers the boy, why do you think you will die? This is not that kind of flu. You will not die by this flu. The father tries to convince the boy. But the boy says, no. The doctor said that I have 102 degrees Celsius of fever. Then how can I survive? The boy says. Father asks, who told you that 102 degrees Celsius fevers brings you death? Who told you these things? The father asks. The boy replies to the father, I have heard French boys talking in my classroom that a person who gets more than 40 degrees Celsius fever will die. The boy says that he has heard French boys' discussion when he was in school that the person who gets above 40 degrees Celsius fever die. Father is very much angry on the boy, and he says to the boy, no, that is a different kind of thermometer. The French people use different kind of thermometer, and we the American people use a different kind of thermometer. There is a lot of difference between these two thermometers. The French measure the distance by miles, but we Americans measure the distance by kilometers. That is what is the difference between the thermometer used by the French and the thermometer which we use here in our country. All these things, after telling all these things, boy gets some thoughts in his mind and asks his father, are you sure? Is there a lot of difference between the thermometer we use and they use? The boy asks. And the father tells, yes, there is a lot of difference between the thermometer of France and America. And also he gives an example of car driving. When we are driving a car, we measure our distance by kilometers, whereas the French measure the distance by miles. And after some time, the boy seems somewhat to be convinced about the answer of his father. And the father is very much angry on the boy, and he leaves the room. After some time, the father comes back to the room and looks at the boy. The boy is looking at his feet. The boy is looking at his feet and thinking about something else. And father asks the boy, what are you thinking, my dear? What are you thinking, my darling? Asks the father. The boy says, I'm not thinking about anything, the boy says. And his face is recovered. There is some charm on his face and he looks recovered. And after some time, the father comes to know that the boy is again complaining on little matters which are not that important. So, to conclude, the boy's mentality is about only complaining about other things. He goes on complaining about this and that, and the father cannot remove that temperament from the mind of the boy. As well, the doctor cannot remove that mentality, that thinking of the boy from his mind. Thank you very much.